10 challenging days of isolation and reflection cast away.
It's time to get comfortable. Simba Hybrid Mattresses sponsor evenings on Channel 5.
So, why do you think people would want to watch you survive in a desert island?
I think there'll be an awful lot of people who hope they'll never come back. Goodbye, thank you. What happened if he got washed out to sea? Well, there we go. Right, okay, this is it now. This is what you waited for.
In the last 18 months, my life has totally unravelled.
Shamed, disgraced Philip Schofield.
I locked myself away from the outside world.
This is such a chunk of my life that I've just been sad.
But now, I want to see if the ultimate isolation can finally set me free.
Oh, wow.
As I'm marooned on a desert island for 10 whole days.
What day do you start to go a little bit bonkers? Go on, get out of it! It's going through a bit of a angry Victor stage, like some television presenters.
Will this be my opportunity for reflection?
Coming out's just given me more anguish.
Or will I be consumed by my inner demons?
There's definitely a noise in that direction. I know what I did was unwise. Oh, I think another TV presenter or two might have done exactly the same thing. There is so much more I could say.
But can I turn a corner?
This is another world. It's nice to discover new things about yourself.
And unearth a new path for myself.
I will find a way. I will not be defeated. I just feel my toxicity tanks emptying out.
And being completely alone 24 hours a day.
I'll be slammed for this. Philip Schofield, mad rant.
Who knows what will happen?
When you throw someone under a bus, you've got to have a really bloody good reason to do it.
Now, Philip Schofield will be along to introduce children's BBC.
Hold on a second, I want to talk about the programmes today, Gordon. Just hold on. I love telly. I did it for 41 years. We'll race through the phone calls and get as many done as we can. You know, I've lived 10 lives in telly. You know, I've had a charmed life. And I loved every bit of it. Gordon, thank you very much indeed for the past 6 years. It's been fabulous. And then the theatre came along. And you end up standing on the London Palladium stage, more scared than I've ever been. My time in the theatre was just fabulous. No, you don't, you little pig. You already have yours. And then along comes this morning. Well, hello, welcome to your Thursday this morning. But what a treat, what a joy, what a privilege.
Okay, so obviously you might have noticed we're still wearing the same clothes.
Just having a laugh and having a cry.
And when I came out on TV, the response was amazingly supportive.
When you made that announcement, you came out, you didn't know what the reaction was going to be, and it's been so positive.
It's been amazing. I mean, I know how lucky I am. I know how fortunate I've been. It's been a good career. When it all came to a sudden, very abrupt end, you know, 1 minute that you're there and then the next minute you're gone, you know what it feels like to be cancelled.
And to be coldly reported in headline news.
The presenter Philip Schofield has resigned from ITV after acknowledging that he had an affair with a younger male colleague at This Morning.
It is like the biggest grenade going off in your life. And you know you let people down, you know you've let yourself down, and you know that, you know, it was an unwise and unprofessional thing to do. I will be forever sorry. You know, I screwed up. I made a mistake. I hurt the people around me. There's fish if I can catch any. Could you catch? I've never seen you fish. This is the first time I've sat in front of a camera since the worst day of my life. I've spent so much time reflecting, but if you do it in 4 walls, then nothing changes.
Oh my God, that does look lovely.
But I am not doing this as a poor me. I don't think I have a right. I don't have a right to a poor me.
What will you do without alcohol on the island?
I know. The family think it's a great idea, and we've talked a lot about it. None of them are particularly happy with the limelight, especially not the limelight I've given them recently.
What people don't realise is that they batter you, but then there are other people affected.
But some families can adapt. Some families can't without them. I wouldn't be here. I'm happy with that.
Weirdly, everything that's happened recently has made us closer.
If you're okay, then we're okay, and I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah. We've seen him in his lowest times, but I've been so proud of him. So proud of him. And as a daughter, to see the love that people had for him. But when it's taken away, it's just heartbreaking.
There's no question, by doing this, you're popping your head back up above the parapet for the very few horrid people that there are out there.
Of course. Well, there'll be a lot of people who would hope that I would suffer horribly.
Yeah. And stay there.
On a desert island, you can't fake it. This is the real you. So you can't hide anything. And I really hope that people see him how we see him, because he is just amazing.
Are you going to miss us as well as the dog?
That's the hardest thing. Not having you guys at the end of the phone or just popping around, that will be very hard. I hope that I have a positive experience for me, and that I am given a fair crack at the whip. Hopefully.
After some final preparations and heartbreaking goodbyes, the reality of what I've agreed to do is starting to set in. Just after 2 o'clock in the morning, and my head is spiraling. Am I setting myself up and think that I'm more capable than I am? At what point is my inherent romanticism going to fail me? One of the toughest things about doing this island challenge has been trying to keep it out of the hands of the British press.
Well, to be picked up, we are trying to keep this secret. I'm apparently 4-1 to do the other jungle program. Although my best mates host it, there are some channels you just won't work for. There's just some people you won't work for. I've just got to get out of the country now without anyone thinking, where the hell is he going? Not flying out of Heathrow or Gatwick, because that would be too obvious, so I'm on the way to get the Eurostar.
Wherever you're going, have a great time.
I haven't even told Tony. How long have you lived with me?
21 years.
21 years. I've run out of London.
From Paris, it's another 3 flights and nearly 10,000 kilometers until I arrive in Madagascar, ready for survival training camp.
Thank you very much. I'm here. It's taken something like 33 hours to get here, and that is 15 minutes away from what I'll call, if you don't mind, my island.
I have 0 survival experience.
Hello, Philip.
How are you?
So luckily, I'm getting a day's in-depth training.
Oh, thank you.
A little gift for you, sir.
Even better.
From ex-military survivalist Kev Newton.
So what we're going to do is open up the coconut using the machete.
I've got a lovely bunch.
You have got a lovely bunch of coconuts. And at a steep angle, thumbs clear, I'm just going to start chipping on through. Yeah, so what you have here is 4 litres of fluid.
It's beautiful.
You know?
Yeah. This appeals to everything that I want to do. Look after myself, cook for myself, find my own food, find my own water, explore.
So what we're going to do next? Establish your shoulder.
Yeah, this is where the wheels are going to come off.
No, you'll be fine.
If something goes wrong, it's my own stupid fault.
If I'm moving through the jungle, I want this sheet. If I trip and fall, automatic response is to put your hands out, and that's going straight where I don't want it.
Yeah,
The DIY I'm really nervous about because he can't do it. He can do a lot of things, but he can't do DIY.
Make sure it's nice and square. A loop through the hole. Happy?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And for the first time in my career,
Right, so we've got a few camera bits for you.
it's just me, no crew.
This is your main camera.
Apart from the odd drone flying overhead, I'll be filming myself for the entire time on the island.
Anyone who knows me will know that I love cameras. My coping mechanism over there will be to get shots, get the close-up, get the wide shot. That's what I want to do.
You feel comfortable with all of that?
I do.
I'm as ready as I will ever be, but there's always time for some final words of wisdom from my favourite survivalist.
Phil, this is Joanna Lumley.
Oh my God.
Listen, Phil, these are the tips I've got. Keep your knives sharp. Spend much of the day trying to find wood, otherwise you won't be able to eat anything. When I was on the island, I made a pair of shoes out of my bra.
I know.
And I'd love to think that you could do something a bit like that, a little bit challenging, and bring it back so we can all look at you. I should be thinking of you all the time, Phil. And actually, I'm a little bit jealous. Lots of love.
Oh, you darling. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Finally, my new island home looms ahead.
It's quite emotional, seeing it.
Anchoria Island, towering at nearly 300 metres above the Indian Ocean.
Right, okay, this is it now. This is what you waited for. Life is full of surprises. You just never know what's around the corner.
And how would you feel if you couldn't call adequate?
Oh, it is inconceivable that I would quit. I don't quit. I'm fired, but I never quit. Cameras on. Island there. Yep. I'm looking forward to not having my phone. Thank you. You look at the things that hurt you the most. Okay. And the hat. And the selfie.
From this moment on, I'll be entirely alone for 10 long days and 9 solitary nights.
See you guys. Thank you.
God help me.
Thank you. See you in 10 days. That is the wildest feeling. Oh my. Shit just got real.
Car insurance can sometimes feel a bit puzzling, and until it's solved, everything can seem out of place. That's why Aviva are available for new claims around the clock.
So many people. I said, how do you think you'll feel? I mean, lucky. I think that's probably the big word. Lucky. I actually feel really, really lucky. Whew. Okay, pull myself together.
The realization that I am completely alone is beginning to sink in.
I'm on my own. I'm on my own.
Survival, how are you feeling about it?
I feel really good. I grew up in Newquay in Cornwall, right by the beach. You know, I was a beach bum. By the sea is when I'm at my absolute happiest. Run forward a few weeks and let's see whether or not my excitement crumbles on the beach. It is really hot. I can feel the sun burning the back of my neck. When I've got shade, I think I can, you know, relax a little bit. That's my priority.
There's only 6 hours of daylight left, but I can't think of food or water until I've set up camp.
Oh, God. Okay.
I've been given just the survival basics.
Torch, spoon, saw, machete, and I've also got this to boil stuff in, which currently has my fishing reel. I've said I want a fishing rod and I want to be able to fish. I used to go fishing with my dad and he was always a lot more successful than I was. So, we'll see. And the thing that completely wrecks the intrepid explorer aspect of all of this is that I have one thing I have to have. Winter, summer, going out, the second I step out the front door, one thing I need. Lip balm. I know. Now, let's see how much I remember. That's the centre. That's the scene. I know I've got to build a camp. That'll be a laugh. Oh, made a dog's breakfast out of that. Idiot. I am so bad at DIY. I thought so. Shit. No, saw. Idiot. God, this is hard work in the heat. Check for spiders. Check for scorpions in the holes. Nice, get the angle right on this one. That is a lovely feeling of accomplishment. Oh my goodness me, that is like absolutely knackering. The water dripping off the inside of my hat. God, I'm ringing. Give me a minute. For some reason I don't seem to be able to sit completely still.
Lighting a fire is crucial if I'm to last the next 10 days.
Let's give it a go, shall we? Okay, not quite. Okay, well I'm going to say this right now and then we'll cut to. I am really good with fire. Maybe that's not dry enough. Right. That's close. Oh shit, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. That's what it needed, that's what it needed. Fantastic. If only I had a big old crab or something to put on there, but there's time.
Survivalist Kev told me that there are papaya and mango trees on this island. Trouble is, I don't know where to find them.
So, what does a mango tree look like? Of all the bloody things I googled, did not Google the leaves of a mango tree. Idiot. Look up, look up. Well, there's something on that tree. Oh my God, there's a mango tree. Just want those two at the end. Oh, that missed one. Oh, shit. Dad, I want those two. The big ones. My dad, in his garage, had everything. Absolutely everything you could ever need. My dad was a brilliantly, wonderfully kind man. After he died, I used to go in that garage and say, Dad, I need a piece of wood, about that long, and there it would be. So it worked every single time. It was extraordinary. So, Dad, I need a long, thin stick so that I can knock those feckers out of the tree.
What do you think he'd say about you doing this?
I think he burst out laughing. That'll do it. Thank you, Dad. He would say good luck and just remember what I taught you. So, we'll see. Ha! Gotcha, you bugger. Ha! That's the big one that I wanted. Thank you, Dad. Ah, bollocks. They're not right. The bitterness sucks the inside of your cheeks in. Ripen at home.
My next best shot at an edible meal is from the ocean.
If this isn't successful, I don't know what the hell I'm going to have to eat. Instantly caught. Went straight on the rock. I knew it. My dad, he was a fly fisherman, and so but he was really accurate. My dad is watching now. He was literally pissing his pants. He died in 2008. He had a heart attack. He was so kind and so caring and so loving and so generous. My dad was my hero. Yeah. Anyway, so he'd still laugh as I was fishing. What a fucking fiasco. A lot's changed since then. There's a lot I'm glad he didn't see. This must be so embarrassing to watch. A little bit disheartened, if I'm honest. I mean, I literally thought the fish was just going to jump into my arms. Yeah, I mean, that's the day. First time I felt just a little bit downcast. So, what have I learned from today? Disaster at fishing, not having much to eat. When I catch the fish that makes me feel full. I'm literally going to sleep as I'm holding this. So anyway, there we go. I'll see you tomorrow. Bloody hell! Disaster has struck. Howling wind blowing through everything. And it's taken out all the front. This is about to tear itself to pieces. And there's still every possibility that it will. Wasn't expecting that. Dawn on Anchoria. I've given up.
sleep. It is utterly beautiful, so stunning.
After a night wrestling to keep my camp grounded.
First night, still alive.
It's finally morning on my Madagascan island home.
I make myself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, some breakfast. Throw a few eggs in the pan. Or maybe I treat myself to a morning coconut. Oh, shit, I'm in. Nutritious, but it's going through a bit of a angry, bitter stage. Like some television presenters. Today, I've got to go and find the water.
To survive on the island, I need a reliable water supply.
That's the big worry.
And in dry season, that's virtually impossible.
There will be very limited water because of the time of year.
Slow and steady, otherwise I will expend more than I actually find, if I find it. So in the wet season, this is the riverbed. So it stands to reason if you try and follow it upstream, there's water. This is my plan, currently. Apparently if you press the exact right button here, it's supposed to open up. Lead directly to fast food. Nah, I knew it was a myth.
I'm looking forward to being on my own.
I just love the peace. I love the tranquility. I love the bird song. And I'm completely on my own. And I love it.
There was many, many times when I chose to be alone. I wanted to be alone. Years ago, I turned all the comments off on my social media. When you get battered, it hurts. It really, really hurts.
I am going higher and higher and higher.
Enough for you to think, I just don't want to do it anymore.
Oh, shit. Didn't expect the vine to give way then. Oh my god. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Water. Holy hell. I've got to collect it. I tell you what, there's nothing quite so mood lifting than finding the thing that you've been looking for. I brought this bag. So if this replenishes every day, I have a source. Okay, that's going to have to be guarded with my absolute life. If I can get this water safely boiled, who knows what I'm going to put it in, but anyway, just thinking out loud, in the jungle. A nice big fat fish for dinner would be amazing, my precious. What day do you start to go just a little bit bonkers? I know, but it's got to stay off my my neck. Anyway, so I have 1 can of water. Oh, there we go. It's a very lovely shade of urine. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. A water source, which is good. Don't worry about that anymore.
But having had almost nothing to eat since I arrived on the island, I can feel my energy draining away.
Jesus, that's sapped my strength. I hope there are some calmer evenings when I can sit on the beach and just look out to sea and watch the sun go down. Every day, I just feel my toxicity tanks emptying out all the shit along the way. And I've done it, you know, I did it when I came out, you know, all the wheels come off. I'm very proud of what I did, and I know that coming out for so many people is liberating, and it's freedom on a plate. Absolutely be yourself, live your life to the absolute full. It's the saying, just live your best life. But for me, doing it later in life, at the moment, it's just given me more anguish than joy. Because I'm fully aware of the damage that it leaves. I still had the love of my family. Never wavered.
It's going to be weird for us though, right? Not having a single clue.
Not having him reply and be there and be in the family WhatsApp group. When my dad came out, it was very hard for me. It was very hard for the entire family, mainly my mum, of course. Everything was turned upside down, but we talked through it, and over time it's got easier.
Schofields is going to be so quiet.
You know, my mum, my sister, we're all the same. We will always continue to support him, no matter what.
I'm going to lose my Wordle streak with you.
Oh, that's such shame, actually.
Yeah, it is actually.
And I never thought it would have gone the way it has. But to have my parents still best friends is just, I'm the luckiest person ever.
And you think, you know, this is such a chunk of my older life that I've just been sad, locked myself away, put myself into my own personal lockdowns over and over and over again. You know, we're here for such a brief space of time. It's so tiny. What's the point in wasting it? What's the point in not being happy regardless?
Supporting your evening.
You have to give it. I'm staying here all night until you do. God, I'm knackered.
My third day starts with more unripe fruit.
They don't look like this when I get them from Waitrose.
But I'm not in a position to be picky.
I cannot bear sticky hands. Right, I'm going to wash the mangoes in the sea. At the moment they're just covered in shine. Right, let's go down. Cameras on, like a full-on outside broadcast unit.
I got into telly because I loved the nuts and bolts of telly. I never wanted to be famous, I'm not fussed about that.
Hello, dear. What are you watching? I'm just watching Schofield wash papaya in the sea. Oh, lovely. That's nice. Oh, no. Give that back. Give that back.
I missed parts of it, certainly. I missed most of it, if I'm honest. I missed most of it. But there are bits that I really, really, really don't miss. You learn a lot about people. You learn a lot about people. But I don't miss that.
Oh, you thieving swine.
You know, when it all came to a sudden end, I'd spend days just in bed, watching the news, just in days, going round and round and round, all their little jingles, I know all of them, I know every drum beat of every jingle. Cancellation is a funny old thing, because, you know, if you're cancelled, then that's it. I assume you're dead. You can't do anything, you know, everything you do is wrong. You can't do anything. I would take Alfie for a walk, and then you get papped like a sniper.
Come on.
You know, just bugger off and let me get on with the quiet life that you've all given me. In the last 18 months, it got as dark as it is possible to get.
A year ago, I got so close. I had everything in place. Everything was set up, everything was ready. And it was Molly that was looking after me, Molly and Ruby both looking after me at the time. And Molly said, "Do you imagine what this would do to us if you actually managed to pull this off? Imagine what would happen. And can you imagine what it would do to me if you did this on my watch?" And that was just enough to take a step back from the edge. And I could have been hospitalised, I had the option to be hospitalised, but then I thought, that's going to get out. So I just raced to the family home and shut the gates. And I was in there. And then my mum got sick and I had to get in the car. The first time I'd been out through the gates. Pack up the courage, get in the car and drive down to Cornwall to look after my mum, who was critically ill. And I walked into the reception of the hospital, and a big guy, with big red face and big arms and tattoos, and I walked into reception trying to find where the intensive care unit was, and this guy said, "Schofield." And I said, "Yeah." And I thought, oh, shit. He said, "Can I give you a hug, mate?" I said, "Actually, do you know, you can." And he gave me a massive hug. So they're all shits, mate. They're all shits. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would sit here and look at this and do this, discover something new every day. It's nice to discover new things about yourself. Like for you personally. You don't look online and people tell you what they think you're like. So, it's nice to discover things about you that you didn't know. Sorry. That came out of nowhere. Okay. Right. Come on. There's too much to do. Hopefully the tide hasn't come in too far from the mussels. I can't miss these mussels, because if I miss the mussels, I haven't got any dinner. Like desperation, like a desperate race.
I've got less than an hour before the tide comes in and covers what will be my first proper meal in days.
Oh, I like little periwinkle things. I can feel I'm too hungry now. One coconut and a tiny mango is not enough in a day. There's not much to eat. Literally no idea what any of them are going to taste like. So I just need to stop off at the supermarket and get some garlic, some shallots, and some white wine. Shit. Well, there's not a lot of meat on it. Well, it's no muscle, that's for sure. And the texture is not really made up for in the taste. I shall not be troubling the limpets again. So I think it's a crab supper this evening. I'm utterly buggered. If it goes dark on me, then I'm stuffed.
But as I head towards Crabsville, I'm already losing my race against the night.
I miss the sun, unfortunately. It is now almost pitch black. Terrified that I'm gonna walk round the corner and meet the Aragog of crabs.
Who gave you permission to enter my crab dwelling?
Fuck me. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's a crab. Oh, shit. Fuck, I thought it was chasing me. Bloody hell, fire. Oh, where's it gone? Shit. You're supposed to bite onto the machete. Bite onto it, for God's sake. I am so sorry, mate. Oh, God. Oh, I wish I could remember the clear way. I just suddenly realised that if my head lamp goes off, I haven't brought a spare. So I am screwed if this goes out utterly. I can't hear the sea. There are black widows in these trees. I'm assuming that is what I think it is. No, I don't think I've been this way. I don't think that's right. So much different. It's black. This is a sodding nightmare. I am screwed.
I don't know where the hell I am. Next time,
oh my God, I've got a fucking fish.
I start to conquer my hunger.
I'm gonna actually eat it because I'm so hungry.
And as the island takes hold of me,
it's rewarding and it gives you moments like this.
It opens up old wounds.
I know what I did was unwise, but when you throw someone under a bus,
You've got to have a really bloody good reason to do it.